And now for the last part of my gaming collection. So, just to go through a few that I'm missing. F-Zero GX, I don't have that. I lent that to someone, I think, and never got it back. Resident Evil Code Veronica, I've lent to a friend. I know who has that one, but I'm not that fussed about getting it back. And Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, I know who has it. That's why I'm not fussed about getting it back too much. But F-Zero and Mario Kart, I'm gutted I don't have them anymore. No idea where they are. They're definitely not here. That's all I know. I must have lent them to someone and never got them back, but oh well. So let's start with Day of Reckoning, showing you the wrestlers that were currently there at the time, just John Cena and the members of Evolution around him. Yep, and on the back, John Cena again, great. And some other wrestlers, pictures around there. Brian Panties, yay. School of Hard Knocks, yep, that was the story mode, I believe. And yeah, this was an alright game. Big step up from the WrestleMania one a few years before. The grappling system worked well. And also, I have Day of Reckoning 2. I've lost that. I don't know who has that, but I'm not that fussed because wrestling games are things that get better every year, I suppose. A bit like FIFA, they just get updated every year. And I don't buy wrestling games every year, especially since I don't really watch wrestling anymore. People might have noticed I've got wrestling DVDs all up there. And on top of that cabinet there's the WrestleManias and some box set ones. But anyway, I don't really watch it much anymore, so I'm not that fussed about wrestling games anymore. Simple as. Next we have the Simpsons Hit and Run. That's quite a funny front cover. Captures the humour quite a bit. This was, nice Grand Theft Auto style game with the Simpsons characters. But again, this just shows sort of like how the story and humour, actual voiceovers by the Simpsons cast. That's good. Authentic story by the Simpsons writers. Yes, okay, we get that this is the Simpsons, okay? It says it quite clearly on the front. And, but yeah, it's like Grand Theft Auto is not the type of game I'm that into. I can play them fine, but I don't spend a lot of time on them. But this one I did, and that's purely because it was The Simpsons, and I love The Simpsons. So I thought, yeah, just spotting all the in-jokes, all the references in it, that was a lot of fun, this game. And yeah, it sort of shows. I think the fact that it's got The Simpsons there was enough to sell this game. You could have just had that all blank cover than this, and it would have sold. But oh well, yeah, that's quite a nice cover, I think. I think this was from the maker, Free Radical. Time Splitters people made this, and it says up there, look. Yep, award-winning Time Splitters series, yes. And the second sight, this was quite an interesting game, I thought. A psychic gem, as it says up there. And yeah, it just sort of explains a bit about what it's about, tells you a few of the things you can do in it. Telekinesis was awesome in this. You could pick people up and throw them through windows. All that. Blockbuster dual timeline story. Yes, I'm sure this was a blockbuster. But yeah, this is a game that I thought was pretty good, this one. Yeah, give that one a pass. This one now, obviously Worms made the jump to 3D very successfully, I thought. This game was amazing, even though it had an annoying menu music, which I think the end credits for Looney Tunes Back in Action had that same song. I'm not. That's going to be in my head all day now. I've remembered it. He's looking quite pleased with himself with his jetpack, which, to be honest, I probably would have fired a jetpack. And there's the jetpack from behind, him getting blown up, and a haunted mansion or whatever that is. One thing that gets me, 3+. There are several games you might have noticed that will say 12+, violence, violence, violence. It's a worm. He's pointing a gun at you. And it's not warning you of violence, it's saying 3+. Just because it's got cute animals in doesn't mean it's not violent. You're shooting people with guns and bazookas and grenades and mines and sheep and old women that blow up for some reason. And you're not going to warn of violence. I mean, there's a hand grenade in the logo! There's violence in this, warn people! Oh, not doing your job there. Oh, this one is dusty. It's been a while since I played this. Luigi's Mansion. I think this has gained more interest because of the excellent sequel, Luigi's Mansion 2, coming out. That's a nice cover, that, showing Luigi scared. Ghosts are around him, semi-transparent. Luigi has won a mansion. The bad news is it's crawling with ghosts, and Mario seems to be trapped inside. And yep, screenshot showing you what you get in the game, that you have puzzles and all that. And yeah, this was a great game, overlooked. I think Nintendo are due to release GameCube games onto the Wii U's Virtual Console. I think this will be one of the big downloads on it, especially with the sequel coming out. And since it'll be a cheapy download, well, whatever price they'll charge for GameCube games, even if it's a tenner, I think people would pay that for this, because, you know, it's worth it. And with Super Smash Bros. Coming out, they're releasing a add-on thing that lets you use GameCube controllers on the Wii U for Smash Bros. In mind. So I'm wondering whether after that, it'd be a shame to release that, and also the GameCube controller-shaped Pro Controller. It'd be a shame to release them only for Smash Brothers, unless games like Mario Kart might use them, but I think that's a sign that they might start putting these on the Wii U Virtual Console. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe I'll get Mario Kart Double Dash cheaper than what eBay's asking for. Speaking of Mario, here is Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. Yeah, that's Mario playing golf and chain chomps, because it's zany golf in this. And you can get connected. And upside down it says get connected. I don't understand why it's been written twice on there, but oh well, in case you're reading upside down, you have the chance to read it. Hit the links in the Mushroom Kingdom. I'm not a big golf fan, so I don't know what links means, if that's a golfing term, but sadly, even though it's a capital L, so it's a proper noun, so sadly Link from Zelda isn't in this. But no, this is a fun golf game. Shows you the cast of characters again, not the secret ones, but I like it when it tells you what you're getting with the game. So you tells you sort of like about the zaniness and the different modes. But I mean, sorry, it's hard to sort of give golf games. It's a bit like rhythm games. It's a bit hard to advertise it with your screenshots because they're all going to look very samey. But nice to show off sort of a bit of the zany courses and stuff. Right, let's do another sequels comparison. Got Mario Party 4. Characters at the bottom, characters at the top upside down. So again, you can look at it upside down if you want to. And here, characters at the top are the right way up. Characters at the bottom are upside down. And they've put the villains at the bottom there and the heroes at the top. Have they done that here? No, because Yoshi's at the top and Daisy's there. But yeah, they've gone for the same idea except, you know, reversed. This one's silver because it's player's choice. But yeah, both again, this one I prefer. The pirate mini game board thing was brilliant. We always play that. Still do play that to this day, every Christmas Eve. This one is a bit more showing you more, I suppose, because this one is an all-out bash. Gives you a bit more information. This one gives you a bit more pictures. So I think this one's the more attractive back cover, but I think this one's the more attractive front cover. So let's smash them together. If I do that, look at that. That is the perfect Mario Party box art. You got that, but then that is giving you false information about that. So you can never win, can you? Alright, next, another Mario game. Mario Power Tennis. His hat's falling off because he's hitting the ball so hard, and Bowser's about to whack him up the arse with his racket, and Yoshi's jumping out of the way, and because he's seen Bowser about to do that, and Diddy's like, yeah, I'm getting the hell out of here. Ah, there's booze! That's why Luigi's nowhere to be seen, because there's booze. And, yeah. And that tells you a lot about it. It tells you all about some of the characters, not all of them. It tells you if you get special powers, zany courts, Bowser can play. And yeah, that pretty much tells you what you're getting in the game. That's a good cover. It's green on the back because it's tennis. So yeah, that's a good picture, I like that. Another comparison one, Donkey Konga and Donkey Konga 2. Pretty much the same really. Except that's got Diddy on the logo, that one hasn't. So let's give this one the prize. Plus it's green, which is a better colour than browny orange. Backs are pretty much the same as well. I think this one wins because it's got DK carrying a bunch of bananas. tells you some of the tracks, tells you some of the mini games. Not too much screenshots of the actual play, just 2 on each, because like I said, rhythm games, a bit boring to watch really. Not to watch, but a bit boring to look at screenshots of, because they all look the same. 13. This game ended on a cliffhanger, and I don't think they ever made a sequel. Wise choice, and he was voiced by Mulder from the X-Files, I noticed that. Again, violence. It had a nice comic book style, this, like panels and speech bubbles coming from people. Play exciting multiplayer modes. I don't think I played the multiplayer that much. I know I did a few times. 15 classic weapons. Oh yeah. Right, you define them as classic straight away, okay. Boom! That shows the comic book style, and it's 3D! Yay! Just something you can't really say anymore on these, because now 3D means, has the 3D effect, as in, what the 3DS does, or if you have a 3D TV with the glasses. But back then it obviously means it's a 3D game, as in you move in 3 dimensions. But yeah, I suppose that does just looks like a comic book panels on the front, so that advertises what the game's about. That's good. And finally, the final one, it's all yellow, it's WarioWare Mega Party Game $. Over 200 mini games. Should have said micro games really. All yellow. And this, I've saved this to last because it has the best advertising ever. The best persuasive language used. It just says, hey, buy my game. Yes, and I did. Tells you all about what you got. It tells you it's micro games on the back, actually. But yeah, it does a good job explaining it. It just shows it's a shame. I mean, it's got like the screenshots along the top of some games, but that focuses. But it doesn't really. Shame that it's quite a bit of empty space. You could have had it packed with. I mean, this was the kind of back cover that should be packed with screenshots, because it's make it look very busy, and even the front should be packed. It just looks, for such a zany, mad, crazy game that this is, you should advertise it, have it busy, have all the characters around him. But oh well, yeah, all yellow, that's good. So yeah, there you have it, my collection of GameCube games, -7 because I've missed them. So yeah, I'll probably get on to looking at my collections of the other consoles, but I just thought I'd share with you what GameCube games I own, and hopefully there'll be some on the Virtual Console so I can download a few that I'm missing. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll leave you with a shot of the GameCube. Hopefully see you on my next videos. Bye bye.